afternoon, good evening. Hi, this is Jan with an absolutely bonus upload this morning. How you doing today? As you might have noticed, I've been experimenting with various time slots for you guys with the shows to see when you watch it a little more often than others. So make sure that you are subscribed and you have your notification bell on because there's no necessarily a fixed time. Just saying until I figure this thing out. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to the Save Money and More with Jan channel. I happen to be Jan. Hopefully, everybody is doing well today. On this bonus upload, number one, happy spring. I mean, really, here we are. Winter is officially over. Hello, hello, hello. And I can't complain here in this part of the world because where I am, if we saw a couple of inches, and I mean teensy weensy, itsy bitsy inches of snow, we were lucky. We really, really, really over here, we really got away with it another year. It's just unbelievable. I mean, I remember some years where we would see like feet of snow at times, but no, not for the last few years. Hey, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. But now that it's spring, spring has certain expenses, right? Different expenses. You're out more, paying for different things, taking care of outdoor stuff, with all the added costs, whatever. Any way we could find some way to save a little bit here, a little bit there. And by the way, when people dismiss the idea of saving small in one area and then saving small in another area like it's nothing, that's silly because all of those savings actually really and truly add up. One thing that I like to do, those spray bottles in the dollar store, or you may have a really good, like good quality spray bottle from leftover, from finished cleaner, but make sure it is totally rinsed out very, very well. That's important. That's why I like to buy a brand new one. Okay. So it's already like perfectly clean. It's worth it. It really, really is. But I like to make this simple solution. Now let's think about this, for example. It's only the only requirement of two ingredients. So here's the thing. A person can buy a whole bunch of white vinegar, just regular, straight, plain vinegar. Okay. Nothing fancy. The cheap one, the one that you could get in a jug. Just imagine this. You can make so much cleaner with this. What am I talking about? All right, here's the recipe, and it's really unbelievable. Now, here's where you spend a little money, but you probably might have it at home anyway. I'm venturing to guess that in all probability that you have this product anyway. What am I talking about? Dawn dish liquid. Let me tell you something. That stuff. Now, I don't get a thin dime from that company for saying this, but I have to say, it really is a great product. And all you need is an itsy bitsy teensy weensy drop, but I'll talk about that in a minute. But for the recipe of making this cleaning solution, so let's say you get, one of those bottles, spray bottles from the dollar type store. And here's what you're going to do. You're going to pour 1/3 of that bottle, whatever the size is, doesn't matter, 1/3 with Dawn dish liquid. And I'm specifying that specifically because that's the one that I use, and this works incredibly. So it's 1/3. And then what you're going to do with the remainder, the rest, the other 2/3, you're going to pour in with a funnel, which makes life easier. White vinegar in there. You're probably saying to yourself, well, those two are going to make an ooey gooey mess. For some reason, I don't know the reason, but once you pour the vinegar with the Dawn dish liquid, for some reason, it's just like a regular fluid. It just feels like a regular wet fluid. But this makes your life so much easier and you yield so much from it. I'm telling you, I like to clean, like to shower with that. It is just so multi-purpose. Really, if you've never tried before, I strongly recommend it. Who knows? You might have every single thing available. You might have the empty bottle, you might have the vinegar, and you may have the Dawn already. I like that idea. I'm just saying. Another product that seems to get glossed over, And I'm not quite sure because it has so many multi-purposeful uses, okay? Hydrogen peroxide. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, at one time the price went up a lot. Now, thankfully, it went back down. Yay. So, if you could get hydrogen peroxide, I'm going to list one thing that a lot of people overlook. Let's say that let's say that you had a bloody nose, okay, for some reason or another, and it got a little bit on your clothing for some reason or another. Can I tell you something? Wow. If you pour a capful from that bottle of the hydrogen peroxide, let it just sit, let it just sit on the article of clothing, okay? You will, like, I have noticed it, like, literally lifts up the blood or whatever stain that you might have. And of course, no matter what time, no matter what season, there goes my bird clock. Well, maybe that's good luck. Anyway, hydrogen peroxide is a relatively inexpensive product. You could do a lot with it. So it really helps lift stains. That's why you might hear the term ox, OX, like in certain products like Oxy this or Oxy that. My guess is that one of the components, this is a guess, is that one of the components has to do with hydrogen peroxide. I'm just guessing. I don't know that for sure. But you could get a bottle of this that I'm telling you for very, very inexpensively. Not to mention hydrogen peroxide and baking soda. Okay, if you make a little solution, you could actually brush your teeth with that. Okay, got to rinse well. But what happens is that it just helps whiten and clean teeth. Does it taste great? Make sure you rinse well. And I'm talking about a little capful of hydrogen peroxide and of course a couple of tablespoons or whatever, eyeball it, of baking soda, not baking powder. Baking soda. All right, so now that it's officially spring, you have any, like, did you sit down or has anybody out there thought about maybe doing a different side hustle, earning some money somehow or another? A great place to start: clean out the garage. I'm telling you, get rid of those books that you already read. If you have books, like for example, myself, if I read a book, okay, and I'm done with the book, to me, there is no purpose for me to hang on to this book. Okay, so for example, I might give it away. I might consider selling the book. So I don't like having tons and tons and tons and tons of books taking up space. Okay, I limit myself to one little minor bookshelf bookcase for that, and for me that works. So selling books, selling things in your closet, this is the time of the year that people are looking for this stuff. I'm telling you. So this is a great time to consider whether it's, like on an online type of forum, or if you do, garage sale or something, or yard sale or something to that effect. So yeah, we are already officially in that time of the year when the weather gets just a little bit warmer. So even though we have a turn of the calendar at this time, that doesn't mean that it's right away warm out. Because we could have some days where it could be like 40 degrees, even in April, and then the next day maybe 75. So it's, really, really weird. But I want to remind everyone to don't forget to do something really, really important that I really appreciate. Don't forget to do the following. Your channel support is very important. One of the first and best things that you could do, especially if you stuck around this long for the video, is smash down the like button. And don't forget to remain subscribed, double check to see if you still are, and keep your notification bell on at all times. Why? Because I've been coming on at various times. I'm just saying. In the meantime, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate your time. And I have another bonus announcement. This coming Saturday, I have a collab. Yes, I do. With Sensible Living with Money Mom channel. So tune in on Saturday at the normal time of which Money Mom uploads. And I will be simultaneously listing my video. Yeah, yeah, yeah. More about that later on this week. And again, have an amazing, fantastic day and happy and blessed spring.